Welcome back, everybody. Today we're installing the Shark S-10 overarm dust hood on our table saw. I'm going to talk about why this is the first overarm dust hood system that I would be willing to put on my saw, and I'm really impressed with it. We're going to build this outfeed table. This is a folding outfeed table that expands to give you that extra support. What's really cool about this is the slats all expand equidistance to each other. We'll talk a little bit about why that's important. And I'm going to show you how to put extremely accurate grooves in your outfeed table for the miter bar. All that in today's video. I've always opted out of putting a overarm safety and dust collection system on my table saw just because the ones I've seen in the past, there was always things about them that I didn't like. The engineering wasn't quite there yet. Now, when Harvey reached out and asked if I'd share the Shark S-10 with my audience, I was a little hesitant, but I have a trust in Harvey now. Their engineering is good. Their thoughtful designs have always been good. And one of the things that impressed me the most about this was the ease of installation. It just came out of the box like it was supposed to. Everything was in good shape, and it was really straightforward to install. The first step in the installation was to attach the slider bar to the back of the table saw bar. That has the brace on it that you attach the arm to. And then there's 4 positions for the arm to bolt that to the slider. Now, there's some adjustability built in there, but once you have it aligned with your table saw, you just tighten down those 4 bolts and it's really solid. The next step was to put the hood on, and there's a receiver there that slides on and a compression collar. So you just line this thing up 90 degrees to your saw and then tighten down that compression collar and it locks it in place, and it's really rigid. Now, dust collection was pretty straightforward as well. They had some dust collection reducers and increasers, if you want to call it that. They bolted right on the outs port or the exhaust side. There was a larger one that converts to the 4-inch dust collection, and on the opposite side, that little dust hose is included, and it just snaps on and screws right into place. Now, one of the things that I really liked about this system was the fact that you could move it out of the way really quickly, and you could move it back into working position, and it had positive stops. Now, for me, that was one of my biggest complaints about other systems, being able to move it out of the way and then move it back to the same position it was before it left and be ready to go very quickly. There's no fiddling around, so those positive stops really make a big difference in the performance of a system like this, and Harvey knocked it out of the park. Now, there's really only a couple little more things to do. Moving the hood over the top of the table saw blade was really straightforward. There's 3 set screws on the big arm. You just loosen those and then slide the smaller arm or the sleeve over so the hood is sitting directly above the table saw blade. Make sure the grommet or the air grommet is in place, and then tighten those 3 screws back down, and that locks everything in. All that's left is the fine tuning, and Harvey made that really simple, and I just absolutely love how smooth this is when this arm swings out of the way. Okay, that was pretty awesome. I think that's the first time I've cut plywood with a low tooth count blade that I wasn't getting hit with chips and sawdust. Now, getting this thing out of the way is really straightforward. You could just lift it up out of the way and it will hold that position. Now, if you want to lock it there for a little more security, you just tighten this knob. That locks it in place. And then, of course, when you're ready to use it again, it just drops back down. The other thing that's really impressive about this system is how solid it is. I can swing it out of the way for cutting the narrow stuff and then swing it back. And one of the other things I didn't like about other systems is how much they move. Now, this is really solid for something that's, 50 some inches just hanging out here in open air. So again, I can't speak enough to Harvey's engineering. They just keep upping the game. They also included this bubble window you can install on the left side. And that makes it so when you're tilting your saw blade that you don't have to remove this or move the whole thing out of the way. So when you're doing your miters or cutting angles, you can leave that in place, which I really, really like. All right, so let's talk outfeed table. I wanted something that folded out of the way So when we had big groups here or we're moving the saw, it's not a big project. Now the problem with outfeed tables that fold down is you can only go so long with them before they start hitting the ground. So really 30 inches is about your max. Now the problem with that is a 2x4 or something 8 feet long will fall off the end when you're making those cuts. And in order to get that so it stabilizes and it stays on the outfeed table, you need to extend it out to about 40 inches. Now the problem with just putting an extension on the end of the table is that thinner materials, the further they get out without support, they start bending. So what would happen is they could potentially catch on a slat that was way out here. So having the slats move equidistant, so the gap between each of the slats is smaller, makes a lot of sense for thinner materials, and it slides across really smoothly. So let me show you how we threw this together. And if you like it, I'll do a full build video. This is just kind of a teaser. I designed the system or the expanding table in SketchUp and then decided to cut it out of MDF. Now, if this ends up working as good as I hope it's going to work, we'll probably rebuild it out of something a little more rigid. But doing it that way made it to go together pretty quickly, at least the MDF parts. So we glued up all the parts we needed to. I added a couple of hardwood pieces where this will be sliding because MDF is not a good material to slide things on. And then added these bolts in the locations through the slats and through the body that will mount the mechanism that makes that whole equidistance expanding thingamabob work. So in this case, we're using a very simple scissor mechanism that goes on the base of that. And now with everything screwed down, you can see how that works and how it makes all that stuff move. Now, because we're trying to get through this pretty quickly and didn't want to spend a lot of time building folding legs, we're using the Rockler Rocksteady legs, which, by the way, guys, are pretty awesome now that I've had a chance to use them. We had to custom design a mounting system. Now that mounts directly to the included Harvey little F brackets, and then we can mount the legs directly to that mounting bracket that we built, which made this a pretty straightforward assembly process. Mounting the legs was really easy, and we did also include a leveling or an adjustment screw on the bottoms to make it really easy to get the level between the outfeed table and the table saw really accurate. So before we tighten this all down, we're just going to install things kind of where they go, and then we're going to set the table in place, bolt that down to the legs, and then put a ABS veneer on the top. This material is a really high wear material that you see a lot of tool companies use on some of their outfeeds and other systems. Now we use a 16-inch thick material, so it's quite a bit thicker than what most tool companies use. But I like that it also looks like what, is already on outriggers, outfeed tables, and other things that are common in the professional world. So it really gives your projects a real professional look, and it installs just like installing any kind of countertop or Formica. Now once we had that done, it was time to level this out with the table saw. Those little adjustment screws made it really simple to level it out perfectly with the top of the table saw. Now, because I use a lot of long sleds on my table saw, I want the grooves for the miter bar to be really accurate and really just as tight as the table saw is. Now, getting those aligned can be a little bit tricky. Now, the best way I found to do this is just use some material that's just slightly thicker than the miter bar in the table saw, and then kind of pound it in and then build a jig that is the same. It's just, you got to really kind of push it together. Now, once that's on, we can clamp everything in and router it out. Now, we're using a trim router, so you're going to see that we only took a light pass at first, and then we'll come back and reset it to the full depth and then finish that out. And what that does is it means that our miter groove is going to be perfectly lined up with the table saw, and it's going to be just as tight with the table saw as the table saw one is, if that makes any sense. But that method works really, really good if it's something that you have challenges with when you're making outfeed tables. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. We will probably do a full build video on the expanding folding outfeed table just because we have all the footage. And I can't say enough how impressed, again, I am with Harvey. If you're wanting to know what the future of woodworking looks like and what the tools and equipment are going to be looking like more and more, Harvey is really making big headways into the woodworking space with their technology and what they're doing. So definitely pay attention to Harvey Tools. You guys knocked it out of the park on this. As I understand it, there's a limited quantity of the Shark S-10s available right now. I'll put links down in the description box so you can check that out. I'm really glad that Harvey did this, because having that extra dust collection and that extra safety on the saw is really important to me, and I'm excited about a system that is finally robust enough and built in a way that makes a lot of sense that I'm willing to put it on my saw. And as far as the outfeed goes, I really wish I would have done that a lot sooner. It's working so good. As always, thank you very much for the time you spent with us today watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.